Welcome to the English news of Bình Phước Radio, television station and newspaper. I'm Ngọc Thủy. Let's take a look at the top story today. National Assembly delegates from Bình Phước province meet broader in Phước Long Town. Adjustment to general planning for Chon Thanh urban area. Steering committee dismissed on Bình Phước College registering. Vietnam highlights significance of peace in global development. Google honors Vietnamese surgeon Chon Thanh. Now following in the details, ladies and gentlemen, the delegations of the National Assembly of Bình Phước Province held a meeting recently with voters in Phước Long Town before the third session of the 15th National Assembly.
On behalf of the National Assembly delegations, Mr. Phan Viết Lượng told voters of the proposed content and agenda for the third session of the 50th National Assembly. The National Assembly will consider and approve 5 draft laws and 4 draft resolutions and reflect on 6 draft laws. We will also discuss social economic issues and review reports on additional assessments of the results on the implementations of the social economic development plans and the state budgets in 2021 and the opening months of 2022, anti-waste practice and other important issues. Voters have many opinions and recommendations sent to departments in Phước Long Town and Bình Phước National Assembly delegations relating to issues such as procedures for settling policy, relating to wounded soldiers, and handling untruthful information posted on social networks. They also reflected on the deteriorations of local amusement parks and the effects of high fertilizer prices on agricultural production.
Chairwoman of the Provincial People's Committee Trần Hình recently chaired a meeting with the leaders of a number of departments, branches, and the People's Committee of Chon Thanh districts to consider adjusting the general planning for the Chon Thanh urban area.
According to the Chon Thanh District's People's Committee, in the process of implementing land management and urban development, functional agencies continue to encounter certain difficulties due to inadequacy in planning. There is still no consensus between construction planning and land use planning for the natural resources and environment sectors. In addition, a number of urban development areas, allocations, and new investment projects in the urban area are being implemented, so it is necessary to adjust planning for the implementation. The Chon Thanh District People's Committee proposed additional planning for 6 projects and adjusted planning for 4 projects in the urban area. Ms. Hiền agreed with views on adjusting and supplementing new planning for Chon Thanh, considering this to be necessary to meet practical needs in the new stage of development. She also noted that while the plan is under the jurisdiction of districts and equivalent bodies, specialized departments must monitor and offer guidance. Branches and localities that have approved projects must organize implementation to ensure progress.
Vice Chairwoman of the Provincial People Committee Trần Tuyết had chaired a meeting of the Steering Committee for the Restructuring Projects at Bình Phước College in the 2022-2025 period and vision to the 2030.
Bình Phước College is to be established by merging Bình Phước Biological College, Bình Phước Medical College, and Bình Phước Vocational College. After restructuring, the school will have 3 function rooms, 5 specialized faculties, and 2 vocational training centers. It is expected to train about 4,625 students by 2025, which is expected to increase to 12,900 students by 2030. And by 2045, all training programs are to meet national and ASEAN accreditation standards. Min said the school needs to increase the effectiveness of land use, and it is necessary to coordinate with relevant departments and branches to retain and offer encouragement to teachers and with high professional qualifications to avoid wasting human resources after restructuring.
Let's take a look at the remarkable events and news of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, Vietnam has highlighted the significance of the maternity for the promotion of global development at the high levels virtual meeting of the Group of Friends of Global Development Initiative, which was held in New York on May 9th with the theme Deepening Cooperation on the Global Development Initiative for the Accelerated Implementation of the 2030 Agenda.
The event was attended by UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, State Councilor and Foreign Minister of China Wang Yi, and Under Secretary General for Economic and Social Affairs Liu Jianmin, among others. Addressing the event, Ambassador Đặng Hoàng Giang, permanent representative of Vietnam to the United Nations, underlined that without peace, sustainable development goals will not be achieved, adding that maintaining peace and stability is a prerequisite for post-pandemic recovery and development. Ambassador Giang said, developed countries should strengthen support to developing ones in terms of science technology, digital technology, infrastructure development, capacity improvement, and financial resources. The diplomat highlighted the role of the UN development system in sharing knowledge and expertise to assist developing countries in implementing the 2030 Agenda.
Google features a doodle, a temporary alteration of the search engine's logos, on its homepage on the Tuesday to honor the 110th birthday of Dr. Tôn Thất Tùng, the innovative Vietnamese surgeon who revolutionized the approach to liver resection surgeries for the doctor around the world.
Today's doodle, illustrated by guest artist Chow Luong, honors the 110th birthday of Drive Ton That Tungum.
The doodle, illustrated by guest artist Chow Luong, is a recognition of Dr. Tung's contributions to the medicine sector of not only Vietnam but the world as well. Dr. Tung was born in Hue on May 10, 1912, a time when the French colonial government forbade Vietnamese people from pursuing advanced medical education. However, during the 1936 to 1945 period only, the professor announced 63 scientific works on French medical magazines.
Vietnam earned $3.57 billion from accredited export in the first 4 months of this year, putting a year-on-year increase of nearly 44%.
According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, in April alone, the export value was over $1 billion. The US, Japan, and China were the 3 leading import markets in the first quarter, accounting for nearly 50% of total aquatic export value. Of note, export values in all markets saw expansion, and revenue from China doubled. Exports of traffic were over $890 million, up 89% against the same period last year. Meanwhile, shrimp exports expanded more than 38% year-on-year to nearly $1.34 billion. According to the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, demand in import markets is pointing towards a robust recovery after the COVID-19 pandemic. And Vietnamese firms have seen opportunities to bolster exports and sell high-value contracts.
Many kinds of flowers of Vietnam have gained a foothold in the Japanese markets and are quite popular among local consumers.
The latest statistics from the Japan Customs show that in 2021, Japan spent $528 million on importing flowers, including $45 million on imports from Vietnam, or 8.5% of the total, ranking Vietnam the 4th among countries and territories exporting flowers to the East Asian country.
I often buy flowers to give to my relatives and friends. I especially like Vietnamese flowers because they are very fresh and beautiful.
Malaysia is the leading exporter of flowers to Japan. However, the COVID-19 pandemic has affected the supply. And there's also an opportunity for other flower exporters, including Vietnam. I think there's big room for Vietnam to further expand its flower exports to Japan in the coming time. According to the Vietnam Trade Office in Japan, Japan mainly imports carnations, chrysanthemums, lilies, orchids, and roses from Vietnam. To keep the potential market, Vietnamese flower growers and exporters should pay special attention to ensuring the quality of flowers in accordance with their commitments to Japanese partners, the Trade Office noted.
More than 1,000 police officers of the Traffic Police Department and 10 localities holding the events of SEA Games 21 have been mobilized to ensure traffic safety and order during the Games.
More than 1,000 traffic officers from the Traffic Police Department and 12 localities have been mobilized to ensure traffic order and safety during the 31st Southeast Asian Games. Traffic police will be deployed to conduct patrols and lead delegations at the sporting event. A number of other police forces will be also mobilized to ensure traffic order and safety at road checkpoints. The Traffic Police Department recommends that people give way to convoys of vehicles serving the SEA Games to avoid any traffic jams.
That's all for news today. Thanks for your watching BPTV News. Goodbye and see you next time.